Welcome back. I'm playing Warhammer 40,000 Battlesector, and I am going through our unit guide where I go through every faction's units and give my recommendations and review of all their statistics, different weapon loadouts, and give an example of an army setup that would allow you to maximize these units using them as the backbone of your army. And then finally I do an AI skirmish campaign with these units to kind of show how they play against other factions and then to show off their empowered abilities. So if this is something you're enjoying, please give my channel a like and subscribe to encourage me to post more content for you. And next we will talk about the Armored Sentinel. So these guys are kind of your cheap high mobility units. They cost 110 points, so their cost was decreased. They have 250 health, 1 action point, 5 movement, 7 armor, 10 evasion, and they have 3 different variants. The basic variant, which is taken into the original cost, is a heavy flamer. Just be aware that it does have 2 less attacks than the heavy flamers that are on the Spencer guns on the other tank, so it's a little bit weaker. It does 10 attacks with a base damage of 6 to 9, armor piercing at 2. It is a heavy flamer, so it has 2 range. It has the optimal range of 1, but it will still hit at full strength if you are attacking in a direct line. You can also get a third unit attacked if you're shooting at a weird angle. However, the unit that'll be offline will be suffering less, like 50% less damage compared to the ones that are directly in line. So this really is your anti-light infantry unit. Just run around, flame everybody, and get as much damage dealt as you can. The second variant, which costs 10 additional points, is the plasma cannon variant. And now this one had a pretty significant buff in terms of its utility with the changes. So now the plasma cannon has 2 attacks instead of 1. It has a base damage of 37 to 50 with a splash doing 25 to 35 damage times 2. Has an armor piercing of 5. Has an optimal range of 4 but can shoot anywhere from 1 to 8 tiles. Has an 80% accuracy, and it falls off 10 accuracy per tile outside of the optimal range. And then it does have the supercharge ability, which allows you to do 30% increased damage with 1 armor piercing, but you have a 40% chance of taking 40 damage when you're using this ability. So just take that into consideration. This is really meant to be your medium infantry and heavy infantry build and allow you to do a little bit of damage against other vehicles. Not a ton, but some. So that's how this works. And then the final unit here or variant I should call it, is the multi-laser, and this costs 15 additional points. When you're not using its ability, it has the multi-laser, which has 16 attacks, each one doing 12 to 16 with an armor piercing of 2. It has an optimal range of 4, but has a range of 1 to 8. It has a base accuracy of 80, and the accuracy falls off 10 per tile. Now, this does give you a special ability just like the plasma cannon did, but this one is harassing fire. And so they've reworked how this ability is utilized post-patch here. So what you can now do is instead of just using it on 1 unit, you can use it up to 3 units, but they have to be adjacent to each other. And then when you use this, it'll split the attack, so you have minus 10% ranged attacks and minus 12% damage per shot. However, you can use it on the 3 units that are adjacent to each other, and then what happens is when you do that, all the targets lose their Overwatch stacks, and they gain the harass status, which means they suffer 10 accuracy and 10 movement. Now, in the past, this ability would last for several turns, but now that you can deploy it on multiple units, it only lasts for 1 turn and has a 2-turn cooldown. So it can have some good utility, but I got mixed feelings about whether it's really better than where it was before, because I think I'd rather nerf guys for multiple turns instead of multiple units for 1 turn, but that may be a controversial take here. So I will play with each one of these units here, try to get them to their empowered ability. I mean, I'm suspecting that the plasma cannon supercharge is just going to be the same as it is with the other ones, where it'll increase the damage, armor piercing, reduce the chance of them taking damage, but I'll verify that. And then the question is with the harassing fire, will the empowered version have greater debuffs for 1 turn, or will it potentially give it to last for multiple turns? So we will find that out. Now, in terms of what I would do to try to buff these guys, it depends on what unit you're using. Realistically, the heavy flamers get the biggest bang for their buff with Castellan buffs, because she'll increase their damage by 1, which doesn't sound like much, but when you're only doing 6 to 9 damage, you know, you're talking about a 1/6 to a 1/9 damage increase. So that's greater than 10%, which is what the tank commander will be giving you. Now, neither one of these guys with their accuracy buffs will have much effect against the ranged or the heavy flamer variant here. But if you're, and realistically, you're probably not going to have the Castellan running around keeping up with the Sentinel, but you may be able to daisy chain some guys together here to be able to get that buff out there. More realistically, they're probably going to be next to a tank, and that'll give you the shock and awe ability, and that will likely be better for you with your other variants here being the plasma cannon and the multi-layer, because you'd rather have the 10% damage increase off of their base here will be more than just the standard 1, and then he'll also reduce the ranged accuracy penalties you're suffering by giving you +1 range stability. So what that effectively means is it'll be 9 fall off outside of the range instead of 10 here. So that would help your guys more. You could also give them the Pound them to Dust ability, which will increase the amount of shots these guys do by 100%. So that'll allow you to guarantee kills with the heavy flamer and really do significant damage against moderate to heavy units with the plasma cannon, and really harass and probably squad wipe infantry with the multi-laser. I think generally it makes more sense that I'd want to have his tank do shots or buff other units, but there are situations, especially if there's a bunch of guys all together, where, you know, giving that 100% attacks to the heavy flamer would definitely work out, because that would allow him to squad wipe, you know, any of the Space Marine units other than like Terminators, obviously, but it should be able to allow you to take out Death Company, Assault Marines, Hellblasters, most likely, probably Sanguinary Guard, and so it's just going to have a lot of utility there for you. And then obviously the other option is with the Commissar here, you can give them the Emperor's Will, which will give them +25 momentum gain, +10 bonus health. More importantly with these guys is it's now easier for these guys to surge and empower, because the Commissar's execute ability has an AoE effect that also affects vehicles. So now when you're executing a model here, so you want to bring some of these shock troops if they're nearby, you can all of a sudden give these guys 30 momentum gains for 2 turns, which will reduce the chance of them grazing and increasing their critical hit chances and allowing them to surge with their empowered abilities sooner or get double attacks. So all those things are going to be very, very good to help you get these Sentinels getting the maximum amount of attacks as possible. So I will set up a match here and we can play around with these guys and see how they play. Because I suspect the biggest thing is going to be the improvements to the flamer, or the reduced costs for the heavy flamer, and then the plasma cannon I think are going to be what's most interesting to me personally. I'm not sure about the harassing fire, how that's going to be, so we'll play against the orcs here and see how they feel. Alright, so we'll just kind of keep these guys back here because they're at least less important. I guess I can just bring you guys over here, like so. Just bring the tank there. Psyker can be near the back. We don't care as much about them. You can come over here. And then, just to point this out, because I get this question a lot, is sometimes on multiplayer matches people ask me how you change your HQ commander. That's what this icon is here. Whoever has this icon is going to be your HQ commander. And anybody that has HQ abilities, you can change it. So if I wanted to be the Commissar, you just click it there. At times it does make sense for you to put it on a lower cost unit, especially if he's going to be hiding in the back. So if you have your other commanders in the thick of it, that sometimes makes a lot of sense. And then If your HQ commander dies, then you lose the command points that you've accrued and you have to start over with the acquisition, and it'll then default, you don't get to select again, it'll just default to whoever costs the most. So even though ideally I'd probably want it to go to the commissar, it would go to one of the tank commanders instead. But that's how that process works, because like I said, I get a lot of questions from people about how do I get to change that ability and how does it work, and that's the skinny there. Alright, let's just bring these guys up here. And now because everything is touching, these should all have the tank commander abilities here. What happens is the battle line buffs don't stack, so whoever is the highest ranking officer is whose buffs you're going to get. And so in this case, let's see, you're my flamer. So in this case, the ranking officer would be the tank commander. So therefore, he is the one that gets the ability to get utilized there. And that's what these little helmets mean, is those are the tank commander buffs.
Moving to the battle line.
I will go where I want.
Alright, we'll bring you up here. Guess I could just bring these guys to here as well.
Whose day are we ruining today, sir?
I might as well just bring you up one too, I guess.
We'll wait till they move. New targets just showed up.
Alright, the big thing is we want to watch out for Ludas and flash kits. Those are the ones that are going to hurt us the most. So what I'm going to do here
Armored Sentinel ready.
is I'll move you to here, move you to here.
Got your armor right here, sir. Armor rolling.
Bring you up one, bring you up one.
Ready.
You can come here. You can go there. And I assume you are not going to get...
Your life is the Emperor's to
Oh, you do. Because typically what happens is officers don't get the benefit of the momentum gains and things like that, as you can see here. But the Psyker does. Very interesting.
Got your armor right here.
So now the next question is, how do I want to do this? Not blitz them. If I give this to you, will you double fire all this stuff? Yep, you sure will. Well, if that's the case, then I want you to pound this guy too. And he's almost dead. So I'll move you up to here. And now you can shoot into these guys and do all that damage. And I guess we'll just double shoot into those guys and pull you back.
Got your armor right here, sir.
And then you can double shoot into the Mega Knob. You can come up here and finish off these flash kits. I guess we'll pull you back here and allow you to double shoot into these guys. And they're gone now.
Whose day are we ruining today, sir?
Let's move you up to here. You can shoot into these knobs. Like so. I guess let's just shoot into these Gretchen while you're here.
Armored Sentinel ready.
And then you should be able to come up here and kill him. Bring you up to here.
Got your armor right here, sir.
Armored Sentinel, ready.
And I guess we'll have you just shoot into the mega knobs here. And pull back.
Where are we routing today, sir?
I've got it from here.
Rolling
Guess
out.
we'll move the Punisher there.
Landing up, sir.
Move you up to here. Probably makes more sense for you guys to shoot than to throw the grenade. Yep, that was the case.
What next, sir?
So let's move you up to here. Then we'll move you up one.
I want.
And then have you reduce their movement, so now he should not be able to get those guys. Shooty def gun. Okay, that's good. It's not the beamy def gun, because those are the ones that are going to kill me for sure.
Whose day are we routing today, sir?
Victory.
Alright, let's just
through
move you over here and move you to there.
Sentinel on the move.
And
These manifold dangers are beyond your
what I don't want is for you to have leftover momentum, otherwise you're going to lose it.
On the way.
Making us mad.
There you go. Good.
Understood.
And I guess what I'll do is maybe just bring you to here so you get a little bit of a buff.
Moving to the battle line.
Alright, we'll do something like that.
Let them come. You. You're making us mad.
Alright, so we got you guys here.
Sentinel, ready.
Got your armor right here, sir.
Alright, we'll pull you back.
Fuck that.
You can shoot into these guys. And you can come over here and flame through here and kill these guys.
The fire.
Now you're up to 88.
Armored Sentinel, ready.
Hmm.
Rolling out.
I'm not quite sure why these guys didn't attack me.
Whose day are we routing today, sir?
Kind of makes me nervous. Like I'm missing something.
Rolling out.
Alright, let's surge and have you shoot into here.
Quite a lot of it.
You almost got him. Then you can shoot here
The fire.
and here.
Don't they know who we are?
Awaiting your orders.
Alright, and then for you, it's 9 or 10.
Sentinel on the move.
I guess I'd rather you just work on killing him, so that gets you up to 10.
Got your armor right here, sir. Firing.
Alright, Have you start working on those boys there.
Victory through discipline.
Armored Sentinel, ready.
Now for you,
Firing!
Right through the armor!
if I shoot these guys,
Don't they know who we are?
I'll have to drop these guys because those burners are definitely going to hurt us.
The warp knows our every move.
So I've still got you.
Awaiting your orders.
I guess let's just move you over to here.
Taking hits. Taking hits.
You're going to come over here.
Armored Sentinel, ready. Sentinel on the move.
Guess we'll just shoot into these guys like so.
Target.
Victory through discipline. What next, sir?
Alright, I'll do something like that. And unfortunately this has a pretty low range, so we'll just move you to here. And we'll do that just to keep your momentum gains going.
Together, we will swing
Because the more
tides of
momentum
this
I
battle.
gain, the faster I get
Days
action points accrued.
Victory through discipline.
I guess let's just pull you guys back. Move you to
Armored
there.
Sentinel, ready.
Unfortunately, you guys are still kind of behind.
Armored Sentinel, ready. Armored Sentinel, ready.
Awaiting
I
your
guess we'll
orders.
just turn you like that.
Don't shoot at us!
I think they're probably going to use their grenade, right? Yeah.
Right through the armor!
Oh, bastard.
Nothing escapes my surgery.
Alright, well, this is what I was a little worried about.
Got your armor
Because
right.
now I have to kill these guys. If I give you the charge, charge here. Okay, so now they're gone. And now I can move you up to
Victory through
here
discipline.
to execute. And what do I want to do here? So you technically have it indefinitely, huh? With armor piercing afford to both enemies and allies.
Victory through discipline.
Armored Sentinel, ready.
You're here.
Whose day are we ruining today, sir?
Let's get you over to here and shoot into these burner boys. And get the pain boy over here.
On the way.
There we go. That gets you more.
Armored Sentinel, ready.
So I could get you over there, but I don't know really what that's going to get me in terms of better outcomes. Because really it's these armored sentinels here that I want to get the bonuses to. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll just move you up to here. Flame here. Damn it. You were not supposed to kill those guys. So that's 5. That's 20. I guess I should probably try to just kill him and get that 20. Alright, nice. And I've still got you. That's 3.
Got your armor right here, sir.
So I guess let's just shoot into these guys.
Armored Sentinel, ready.
Pull you over to here.
Armor rolling out.
You can come up to here. Shoot these guys. And naturally you got the kill. I didn't really want you to do that.
Firing.
Don't they know who we are?
Well, let's shoot over here.
They shoot at us.
Naturally.
Victory through discipline.
One guy I want to get some kills doesn't. Well, maybe what I'll do is I'll just bring you over to here and have you attack here. Oh, you're short by 1, huh? Naturally.
Victory through discipline.
Armor rolling out.
Well, you I guess just shoot into this guy.
Fire, not under fire.
And we'll bring you over to here.
Advance. What next, sir?
Lining
Bring
up,
you back
sir.
to here.
Armor rolling out.
You come this way.
Armored Sentinel, ready.
Move you up to here.
Got your
You
armor
can
right
move
here,
to
sir.
there.
Victory through discipline.
Guess we'll just move you to here.
Awaiting your orders.
Victory through discipline. Flee or be cut down where you stand.
Might as well just kill those guys if you're here. They're not exactly worth a lot of points to keep alive.
Contour. Got a battle to win.
Alright, Armored Sentinel, and you are still here.
Armored Sentinel, ready.
You're what, 85? That's 3. That's actually not too bad. Could just have you come over there and
Sentinel on the move.
try to kill those guys.
I've got it from here.
Ah, shit, they're gonna kill my...
Enough of that.
Alright, well... If I get you over to here and shoot here... Damn it. Naturally, we are short 1.
Armored Sentinel, ready.
Alright, let's get you up to here.
Got your armor right here, sir.
Let's empower this. That'll do 200% down, 200% shots for 1 turn. So let's do that into
I
you.
need you firing now.
And then Let's even... that's not overcharge. That seems like overkill.
Right through the armor.
Okay, I got you up to 26. But again, I'm going to be in trouble because I don't have anybody to execute.
The Warg knows our every move.
And what about if I attack
don't
here?
need my powers to crush you.
You've just killed those guys. So if I empower here, the Psychic Maelstrom does 60 damage with everybody in there. It has a 2-turn cooldown, so not significant changes there. The Mental Shackles, -3 movement, -50% accuracy, cooldown to 2 turns, and the range significantly improves, so that's actually pretty huge. And then the Night Shroud ability, you get +30 evasion, and it sticks around for 2 turns and has a 2-turn cooldown. So that's how those changes worked. I probably should have looked to see how that was working.
Armored Sentinel, ready.
I am a little disappointed that I did such a bad job at gaining momentum on this matchup here, so I'm going to have to create another episode here to show the surged abilities. Obviously this guy doesn't surge. He's just there.
Victory through discipline.
Man, you were just 2 away. I can't believe that just happened. Ah, that pisses me off.
Rolling out.
Question is am I going to get
Armored Sentinel,
20 any other way? I don't think I am. Definitely a major bummer there. Yeah, see, it's dropped so low. There's no way I'm going to be able to get these points. Alright, so I'm going to have to upload another video here with the empowered abilities. That's definitely a big letdown, but I just killed these guys too quickly. So I wasn't able to get the momentum gains because I had spaced too much of my attacks around and I didn't have enough infantry because I had sacrificed them all. So that was definitely a big bummer. I was not expecting him to run over there and kill those guys. So I'll upload a video with their empowered abilities here. Okay, so I've got both of our Sentinels into a situation where they can be empowered. So if you empower the harassing fire, what it effectively does is allow you to shoot, but then you're only suffering it's the same ability except it has -8 damage per shot instead of the -12. So, and then it also increases the accuracy debuff to 15%, and it does last for 2 turns as expected. Now the part that's a little bit surprising here is it says empowered, eliminate all enemies. So I use this against a heavily armored unit and it just does a regular attack. So what I suspect is what it's going to do is add a bunch of splash damage to my units, but I don't know that definitively yet. So I need to play around with that here. The one downside to this though is I need to attack so I don't have all these guys losing their momentum gains here. So I guess I'm just going to bring you... Actually, I don't want to bring you to there because I want to see if you're going to get some splash damage. So I guess we'll do something like that. And I guess we can just move you over this way. And I guess we'll just have to face you guys the other way here. So hopefully they don't get killed. And I guess we just move you up one more too. Do something like this.
We'll get them back.
Alright, so what we're going to do is we'll bring you over to here
Victory through
and we'll execute. And that gets you up to being empowered here.
Got your armor right here.
So let's move you back. You're up to 60. Why is your chance to hit so low? What the hell is going on here? Alright, so let's bring you down to here. And now let's try your empowered ability. Shoot into here.
Overcharging!
Okay, yeah, so as expected, it significantly increases the amount of splash damage that they do, but it's still coded kind of weird, so it looks funky.
Sentinel, ready.
And then we saw what you could do with your empowered ability here.
Lining up, sir.
Armored Sentinel, ready.
I guess we might as well just bring you guys up to here.
Advance. Victory through discipline.
Have you execute there. Oh, you're still short. Well,
Sentinel on the
that's alright. We got to see what the abilities were with the empowered being here, so that gives us some idea. So these guys are definitely interesting options. Their harassing fire is definitely good, and then they do decent damage at range. So I guess the multi-laser is a pretty viable option. The supercharged ability for the Armored Sentinel, though, is totally different. It just does, you don't suffer damage, you get significant splash damage, and it seemed like it slightly increased the amount of damage that you did, but I didn't like that it doesn't tell you how much is actually there, because then you're having to guess a little bit when you're using the abilities. I don't like that it's so opaque with kills all, eliminate all enemies or something like that. They really need to be more specific than that, so I really don't like how they have addressed that. It needs to say like doubles the amount of splash and increases the damage by 20%, or you know, you just got to be more specific than eliminate all enemies, because it really doesn't eliminate all enemies. You know, you shoot into a heavy vehicle or heavily armored guy thinking you're going to get a one-shot, one-kill situation, and that doesn't happen, and then you think you're, oh, I'm going to just squad wipe these infantry on the ground, but again, that's not what happens. It seems like what it does is effectively double the amount of splash damage, because I think it was 4 units per shot that landed with that plasma cannon when it was killing the termagants there. So hopefully that gives you some idea. I mean, the Sentinels are definitely very good units. You use them to run around and capture strategic command points. They can actually work really well against Necrons because of the heavy flamer. You can just drop these Sentinels down on points, and then if they're using Scarab Swarms to try to backcap, you can effectively nullify that, because the Scarab Swarms won't be able to do enough damage to the Sentinels to kill them, and they'll easily be able to kill the Sentinel or the Scarabs themselves because they have enough armor, and then with the flames they can take everything out. And they're durable enough that they can just body block the points. And now with the reduced cost to their units after the last patch here, it makes them even more viable for just being a body blocker. And the plasma cannon definitely had a pretty huge buff, so that will definitely make them, I think they'll have a lot more use. And then the multi-laser, again, it's actually pretty good against low armored units because of the amount of shots that you get. So things like the Tyranids, you know, it can help you snipe out the warriors, it can take out Tau infantry from range. I'm a little upset about the harassing fire. I really wish it stayed at 2 turns instead, even with having multiple units there, because I mean, you are paying a little bit more, but I guess that's, you know, you suffer such a high damage penalty and a decreased shot, so it's like you're giving up the damage to do 1 turn of minor debuffs. I really think it should just be a 2-turn effect like it was before, because 10% is really not much in the land of this game where you're having the poisons. I mean, even gargoyles, their poison lasts a couple of turns, and that gives you poison in addition to the decreased accuracy. So it definitely feels weird with the harassing fire. I think it needs to be 2 turns. I think that's what I would recommend to make that worthwhile. So then the following turn, instead of using harassing fire again because it's on a 2-turn cooldown, you would then use your regular attack. The units wouldn't be able to run away as much. I think that would just be a much smarter way of doing it, instead of saying, oh, well, you reduce the cost, so you're getting this at the same cost as your old Sentinels were, but now but they have to be adjacent to each other, so it's like you can't even spread them out necessarily like you can with other attacks. So it definitely feels weird with how they left the multi-laser here, but definitely agree with the changes to the plasma cannons. I think you'll see a lot more play with them now. And then the flamers, like I said, overall they're just good units if you need to have flamers to take out low tier infantry. So I think all three builds are viable. The multi-laser just needs a little more tweaking, very minor tweaking, but overall I think a lot of these changes to the Sentinels worked out very well with this new patch updates, especially with how easy they can get to surge now with the spamming of the execute ability. So thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying these videos. If you are, please give my channel a like and subscribe. Encouraging to post more content for you. Have a great day.